with this kind of platform and this kind of sharing of information, we can build our capacity and we'll be in a better position to reach out to the potential donors, and we can work together in a very professional manner. I always take this platform not only just for learning and sharing. That's the most important thing, is exploring lots of collaboration. How we can understand the expectation of each other, how we can collaborate, how we can learn from each other. So since morning the learning session is going on, and we all are learning from each other. What can work well, what is working well, what is our learning, how we can deliver the things differently. It's not only just identifying the civil society organization or linking them to the potential donors, rather how we can assess the current situation, how we can build the capacity, how we can translate the expectations of each other, the CSR as well as the civil society organizations. So in this regard, I remember like couple of things. One is the long-term impact. Long-term impact, this also talks about how we are giving not only the program-centric, rather system-centric, the strategy-centric, the organizations. So civil society is also now how moving in that direction. Next, since we are working with almost more than 200 civil society organizations, it's important to see the leadership, how the leadership is very very strong. And when I am saying strong, मैं strong को क्या कैसे define करूँगा? तो मुझे लगता है based on my understanding of development sector, अगर मैं किसी भी organization के leadership को strengthen मानता हूँ, तो I want to understand कि उनकी theory of change क्या है, वो theory of change communicate कैसे है उनके organization में, और वो theory of change it's a long term planning उनका कैसे है इसका, क्या वो measure कर रहे हैं impact को on an annual basis, or they are having beyond that. Though the CSR is for 1 year, that's very fine. Maybe for that particular project, 1 year is fine. So it's a kind of theory of change is for long time, long term. So वो मेरा एक बहुत ही important रहता है. On by this way, we are going with the mission mode, not the donor driven mode. So मैं हमेशा civil society को देखता हूँ कि अगर हम अपना theory of change रखते हैं, अपनी मेरी clarity है, then we can go for mission mode. Otherwise, most of us will put ourselves into the trap of the donor mode कि वही मुझे करके दिखला देना है. ये बहुत ही important है. Third point, that's the governance system. Like in every organizations, how the governance system is very important. And when I'm saying the governance system, it's important like how the financial system, the transparency, the kind of leadership, the openness there in the organization, and that will create the discipline in any civil society organization. So that is also our priority. Like when we are reaching out to the large donor, national or international, and we are building the capacity of all the civil society organization, how we are bringing both of them come together, and we are playing the role of an aggregator, get the desired result from their plan. उसके अलावा जो मेरा बहुत ही important मुझे लगता है कि इसमें एक इस पूरे सिस्टम में जो काम करता है वो है diversified funding. जैसे मैं सिविल सोसाइटी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के साथ बहुत ही क्लोजली, अभी भी 200 मेरे सिविल सोसाइटी NGOs हैं, तो मैं देखता हूँ diversified funding, are they dependent upon only one funding source, or they are having diversified? If they are having one funding source, it's very difficult to take the agenda, take the theory of change forward. So it's important to have some diversify funding so that they can that's the blended funding we always talk about. वो बहुत ही important है मेरे लिए कि अगर हम उनको कैपेसिटी को बिल्ड करें तो वो अपने इस सोशल इम्पैक्ट को आगे ले जा सकते हैं. Assessment mostly, like what was the traditional feature of the assessment? The feature was, now we call it program participants, but mostly like people talk about beneficiary, जो कि I really hate that word beneficiary. It's a program participants. So benefit, लोग बोलते हैं program participants achieved, the program conducted, money is spent. That was the mostly. So how we are moving from the output to the outcomes and the impact in a more promising manner, and by this way how we can be in a position to measure the behavior change issues, the gender issues, we talked about the inclusion, we talked about the exclusion, how we can measure all those things, the gender issues. So ये अगर हम एनुअल असेसमेंट की अगर हम असेसमेंट की बात करते हैं, लॉन्ग टर्म असेसमेंट की बात करते हैं, तो दैट्स वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. वी हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड, एंड आई एम वेरी मच श्योर दैट with this kind of platform and this kind of sharing of information, we can build our capacity and we'll be in a better position to reach out to the potential donors, and we can work together in a very professional manner.